I look at it like this. When I get up in the morning, I don't look and see there's brown Nikki. I just look in the mirror and say, "This Nikki, and you and God, you're going to go get it." So you can, it's not that it's about making excuses. I just try not to use anything to keep me from going the way I need to go. And when I say, I have a business, it's not about me being brown and have a business. It's about me being Nikki and living my dream.
I'm with Nikki Armbrust, who is owner of Petal Pushers in West Knoxville. Nikki, tell us all about Petal Pushers.
Petal Pushers is, it's my ministry. And our motto is changing lives one flower at a time. So this is actually my 4th business that I've owned, but this is the first time I've had so much fun just doing life with people. And it's been fantastic. And I'm actually from West Knoxville. I grew up in Farragut, Concord, and it's pretty cool that I could start this in my community and watch it grow. We've been here about 3 years, and it's super exciting. I've made amazing relationships with people. I love building relationships because that's what this is about, is building relationships, and it's a lot of fun.
You said this is your 4th business. Can you take us through your entrepreneurial career, please?
When I was 22, I opened up a beauty supply store. And because I was a hairdresser. And so I had a beauty supply store. And I didn't know anything about running no business, had no idea. And I learned a lot from that. And then we was part owners in a furniture store off of Chapman Highway. And we didn't know anything about that either, but I learned a lot. And I've had a couple of others since then. Before I got into flowers, my mother we bought a house over here off of Cedar Bluff, and we didn't have any flowers. And my mom said, "You can't live in this neighborhood if you don't have no flowers, Nikki." And that was 8 years ago. And here I am now. Who knew I would fall in love with flowers? I'm a portrait artist. So I'm a painter.
Anytime we try something new, we do have growing pains. I often tell young people, don't be afraid to fail. Frankly, if you're not failing, you're not living, because you're not expanding and growing. So just tell us about that experience. What drove you to open this particular business then?
I was a portrait artist in my studio, and my husband said, "Honey, when I come home from work, you have 1,000,000 words," and he doesn't talk. And so I went and got a part-time job. Went to the Farragut in Kroger, and I said, "I'll just work a couple of days a week so I can get my words out and have my people time," and all that. And so, 2 days, I was there 2 days, and they was like, "Oh my goodness, we're gonna put you in the flower department." Well, that was a wrap. 5 years later, I'm like, "Okay, I think I've learned all I can learn here. It's time for me to go." And so here I am. I've been here 3 years.
You fell in love with flowers. What kind of flowers do you carry that are maybe different from what other people have? Or, of course, I'm sure you have roses, which everybody loves. But what are your popular arrangements?
This is my flow. So my style is called Bohemian. So when people call and order from me, they are getting a bohemian kind of vibe in their arrangement. So it's not necessarily that the flowers are different, but my style is different. So bohemian is kind of loose and airy and has a lot of movement. So that's kind of what separates me. My shop is kind of a meeting place, and people come in and they just come in to get encouraged or just come in to get lifted up. I've encouraged other people who hadn't legitimized their business to let's do it. Open up a business, get a storefront. You've been doing this 20 years, let's do it. And I started this with $300 and a prayer, and God said, "I'll have you." I was like, okay, let's do it. And so people need that, they need to be encouraged. And I know at least 4 people personally that has opened a business during this, and it's fantastic. And they're growing.
Yeah.
Won't he do it? God is good. Yeah. So.
It always amazes me, and I guess we all take it for granted now, of where we live and how we're A lot different than some places, because here it really is about taking care of my neighbor during hard times. Nikki, thank you so much for your time. You are truly an inspiration, and best of luck with everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you.